I'm Susan K. Morrow. Find me on the web at susankmorrow.com. And I suggest you go there right away so that you can get your free report, 12 woo-woo tips for living in the real world. It's simple. Sign up and it comes to you. Again, I'm Susan K. Morrow. I'm your intuitive life teacher, and that means that I use my powerful intuition to help my clients understand what they need to know and do to make their lives the best life they can have. I recently asked some of my program graduates to contribute to a call about my master's course. Some of these graduates took the master's course. Some of them took something called Destiny Celebration, which is a 4-session program designed to help you figure out what you want to be when you grow up. So these are the answers that I got. One person who is a graduate of the master's course, her name is Teresa, and she lives in Texas. She said, I had been searching for something when I participated in one of Susan's teleclasses. That would be the free teleclasses like Susie Q&A and Answers teleclasses. You can find those at susankmorrow.podbean.com. They're also linked on the website. Again, she said she participated in one of my teleclasses. Afterward, she says, I was thrilled to be able to join her master's course. Things began to change during the course and continued to change for me. The way I respond to my world and the way the world responds to me has changed, and I feel better equipped and supported when dealing with issues that arise. Thank you, Susan, for helping me find my inner strength and power. So that was kind of cool. It kind of tells you something about these intangible things that just make your life better. I asked Tony, who lives in Oregon, what made her want to participate in the Destiny Celebration. She said the basis of the class, what do you want to be when you grow up, was exactly what I've been facing in general for a long time, and specifically since I lost my second job within a year. I've taken quizzes and tests, but I can fake those depending on what sounds good to me at the moment. So the test results that say that I ought to be doing whatever job is interesting me at the moment. The class gave me an opportunity to get someone else's impression, albeit a psychic impression, that's me, of what I might be best at doing, and it was something that I didn't know how or couldn't manipulate. I found the images of my chakras very interesting, and am most curious as to whether they have changed as I've been working on things. Do I have any orange yet, or am I still green? Now, if you take one of these courses, you'll understand what the chakras and the colors mean, but it's kind of fun to have Tony mention those things here. When I asked her what had changed for you by the end of the program, she said, I'm not sure if anything really changed except my feelings about myself. I realized that I should spend more time developing and or indulging my creativity, and in fact, I'm much more creative than I give myself credit for. I realized that I do neglect my right brain. I realized that whatever I choose to do this year, I don't have to do forever, and I can continue to be a work in progress. The Destiny Celebration was helpful, but so were the Susie Q&A teleclasses. Those are the freebies that I told you about, susankmorrow.podbean.com. The group effect is real, and I got a lot out of other people's questions in addition to my own. I still have a lot to do, but I no longer feel stuck. So if you're feeling stuck, this is a good place to go. Check out those Susie Q&A teleclasses and the Answer teleclasses. The group effect that she refers to is what I always tell people, that when you're listening in on one of these group things, or if you're in a group class with me, that the group effect means that everybody gets something out of every answer. So when I do a teleclass where I take questions from callers and I answer them with psychic awareness, then the other people listening in, and even people who listen to the recording later, they get an answer that they're looking for as well. So it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. That's why I love my work so much. Okay, let's see here. I asked Danny the same questions. Danny lives in California. She said, I wanted to participate in the master's course program because I had a reading with Susan back in July, and I really enjoyed it. I felt great after our reading, and I was hoping for an opportunity to work with Susan again. A few months later, I found out about her master's course, and I knew it would be the best fit for me, so I signed up as soon as I could. When I asked her what had changed by the end of the program, she said, just about everything has changed. I am so much more self-aware. I am well on my way. I've also noticed things that by changing things within myself, I have begun to get better results from some of my family members, and particularly in my primary relationship. Now that's something that's so interesting to me. When you work on you, the people around you start changing. It's amazing. And I see it happen in every single master's course that I do, and some of the others as well. We work on the client, and that client's significant other, children, parents, all kinds of people who are important in their lives start changing as well. And we don't touch those people. We don't do anything to them or about them. We just work on the client. So it's a fascinating process. And finally, I have a message from Lee, who lives in Texas, and she said, let's see here, what did she say? She said, I was just plain curious about chakras and wanted to learn more. Susan was very educational and so easy to listen to and understand. What has changed is my outlook on my future and what I can control. My self-talk has improved tremendously, as well as some of my relationships. They were heading in a healthier direction. Susan's coaching helped me to see why I felt the way I did about certain things and just how much of my life I'm in control of. It was wonderful. And that's one of the big messages of the work that I do. That is that you are much more in control than most of us realize. You actually are creating it all. Even though it seems like things are happening to you, actually what I always say is everything that comes to you comes from you. It all starts right in here. It starts within you and goes outward and then comes back to you. So everything's being reflected to you and given to you as messages of, hey, this is what's going on inside of you. If you want it to be different, do this. And so pay attention to what's going on around you. Take advantage of the free report on my website, the 12 woo-woo tips for living in the real world. Again, that's susankmorrow.com. Also, take advantage of those free teleclasses and podcasts. Some of them are 15 or 20 minutes. Some of them are an hour or longer. But they're all free, and you'll find them at susankmorrow.podbean.com. Or you'll also find the links on the website at susankmorrow.com. Well, that's plenty for now. Take a look at my master's course and see what you think, because I'd love to have you participating. I have a group course starting very soon, and I believe there's a sale going on. Did a little birdie tell me? So take a look, and until next time, y'all be good.